So Dana started UFC and came to me, do you mind if I use your, nobody wanted to give him a rinse because they said it's a rough sport, a little rough. And I helped him out a little bit, and I went, and they said, this is the roughest sport I've ever seen, but I began to like it, and he loved it, and nobody's done a better job in sports. And you know, he's a very motivational kind of a guy, what he does. He gets these fighters, and they really go at it, and it's become one of the most successful sports enterprises anywhere at any time. It's doing so well. I'd like to ask Dana just to say a couple of words, because people love to hear from him. Dana,
please. Nobody deserves this more than him, and nobody deserves this more than his family does. This is what happens when the machine comes after you. What you've seen over the last several years, this is what it looks like. Couldn't stop him. He keeps going forward. He doesn't quit. He's the most resilient, hard-working man I've ever met in my life. His family are incredible people. This is karma, ladies and gentlemen. He deserves this. They deserve it as a family. I want to thank some people real quick. I want to thank the Nelk boys, Aiden Ross, Theo Vaughn, busting with the boys, and last but not least, the mighty and powerful Joe Rogan. And thank you, America. Thank you. Have a good night.
That is a piece of work. No, he's really an amazing guy. But most of all, I want to thank the millions of hardworking Americans across the nation who have always been the heart and soul of this really great movement. We've been through so much together, and today you showed up in record numbers to deliver a victory like probably like no other. This was something special, and we're gonna pay you back. We're gonna do the best job. We're gonna turn it around. It's got to be turned around. It's got to be turned around fast, and we're gonna turn it around. We're gonna do it in every way, with so many ways, but we're gonna do it in every way. This will forever be remembered as the day the American people regained control of their country. So I just want to say that on behalf of this great group of people, these are hard-working people. These are fantastic people, and we can add a few names like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He came in. And he's going to help make America healthy again. And now he's a great guy, and he really means it. He wants to do some things, and we're going to let him go to it. I just said, but Bobby, leave the oil to me. We have more liquid gold, oil and gas. We have more liquid gold than any country in the world, more than Saudi Arabia. We have more than Russia. Bobby, stay away from the liquid gold. Other than that, go have a good time, Bobby. We're going to be paying down debt. We're going to be reducing taxes. We can do things that nobody else can do. Nobody else is going to be able to do it. China doesn't have what we have. Nobody has what we have. But we have the greatest people also. Maybe that's the most important thing. This campaign has been so historic in so many ways. We've built the biggest, the broadest, the most unified coalition. They've never seen anything like it in all of American history. They've never seen any. Young and old, men and women, rural and urban. And we had them all helping us tonight. When you think, I mean, I was looking at it, I was watching it. They had some great analysis of the people that voted for us. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. They came from all corners, union, non-union, African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, Arab American, Muslim American. We had everybody, and it was beautiful. It was a historic realignment, uniting citizens of all backgrounds around a common core of common sense. You know, we're the party of common sense. We want to have borders. We want to have security. We want to have things be good, safe. We want great education. We want a strong and powerful military, and ideally we don't have to use it. You know, we had no wars, 4 years, we had no wars, except we defeated ISIS. We defeated ISIS in record time, but we had no wars. They said, he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. But this is also a massive victory for democracy and for freedom. Together, we're going to unlock America's glorious destiny. We're going to achieve the most incredible future for our people. Yesterday, as I stood at my last stop on the campaign trail, I'll never be doing a rally again. Can you believe it? I think we've done 900 rallies approximately from them. Can you imagine? 901, something, a lot of rallies. And it was sad. Everybody was sad. Many people, I said, this is our last rally. But now we're going on to something that's far more important, because the rallies were used for us to be put in this position where we can really help our country. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make our country better than it ever has been. And I said that many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason. And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. And now we are going to fulfill that mission together. We're going to fulfill that mission. The task before us will not be easy, but I will bring every ounce of energy, spirit, and fight that I have in my soul to the job that you've entrusted to me. This is a great job. There's no job like this. This is the most important job in the world. Just as I did in my first term, we had a great first term, a great first term. I will govern by a simple motto: promises made, promises kept. We're going to keep our promises. Nothing will stop me from keeping my word to you, the people. We will make America safe, strong, prosperous, powerful, and free again. And I'm asking every citizen all across our land to join me in this noble and righteous endeavor. That's what it is. It's time to put the divisions of the past 4 years behind us. It's time to unite. And we're going to try. We're going to try. We have to try. And it's going to happen. Success will bring us together. I've seen that. I've seen that. I saw that in the first term when we became more and more successful. People started coming together. Success is going to bring us together, and we are going to start by all putting America first. We have to put our country first for at least a period of time. We have to fix it, because together we can truly make America great again for all Americans. So I want to just tell you what a great honor this is. I want to thank you. I will not let you down. America's future will be bigger, better, bolder, richer, safer, and stronger than it has ever been before. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, you have been listening in as former President Trump, the man now Fox projects has the votes to become the next president. He's speaking there to his supporters. You see his family. You see his running man, the man projected now to be the vice president, J.D. Vance. On the stage, he talked about putting division behind us, John. He said, if you make the country successful, success will bring people together. That's his plan.
He started off his speech, which he deviated from teleprompter quite often, as he is wont to do, to say, I want to help our country heal, want to turn our country around and make it something special. Again, the results of this election are not yet official. They won't be official until January the 6th, but Fox News projects that Donald Trump has won enough electoral votes by virtue of popular vote in the various states to become the 47th president of the United States. He said it's a remarkable turnaround, a remarkable comeback is how J.D. Vance put it. And when you consider where he was after the 2020 election and all of the things that have beset his life over the last 4 years, it is a rather remarkable political comeback.
All right, let's talk about with our panel, get some final thoughts as we are Looking now, having heard from the man we think will be the next president of the United States, Mayor Catherine, did he say what he needed to say, in your estimation, in that first address there?
Well, there were bits and pieces. I think we're going to spend 4 years wondering if we're going to do the teleprompter or the prepared speech, and then we're going to go on a lot of tangents. But look, he says success brings unity. I think he's had a pretty astounding political comeback here. His favorables, many of his numbers, most of the metrics were better for him now than they were in 2020, somewhat better in some cases than they were in 2016, despite all that the American people have seen in the meantime and all that they've been told about him. But now he will be the president, and a lot of his success has come from the failures of Biden and Harris up until this point. When he goes back into office, he will have to produce those successes. He won't just be the critic, and that will be harder. But if he does produce success, it can bring some unity.
Juan?
Well, you know, again, I am sort of thunderstruck as I sit here at 3 o'clock in the morning. I cannot believe what we have just gone through. And looking forward, I had hoped that he would be more conciliatory and even reach out, since he's won this race in astounding fashion. He won it going away. This wasn't close. Many people thought we would be here for days, if not weeks. Not necessarily because he was going to win, but because it was that close. Well, he blew away all those expectations. I now think, though, that, you know, given what we've seen not only in the presidential race, but also in the Senate and possibly the House, the emphasis is going to be on what can you do? He's going to be a lame duck. You know, at most he gets, let's say he has control of the House, the Senate, and the White House.
You can get a lot done as a lame duck if you've got all that.
Well, the thing is, John, if I think back, I was asking Mayor Catherine about this earlier, he had control of the House, the Senate, and the White House in his first term. And he didn't get much done other than drive up the deficit. So the question I have is, what happens? And I just, you know, it makes you wonder about the country and fear for the future.
Well, I think one of the first things you're going to see is executive action on the border. It was one of the places he had the most measurable results, because when you use executive action, when you can't get things done on the Hill. And one of the first things that we saw, dozens of those actions rolled back from the Biden administration. I got to imagine that's going to be one of his first steps forward.
I'm sure. And look, call me skeptical. He said things about unity tonight. We've heard this from him before, and then we saw how he governed and saw how he acted. And it was never, or almost never, in a real unifying way, the language and the rhetoric and how he governed when he was in the White House. This is what we're going to have for 4 years. And to my party, to Democrats, like, this is devastating. This is shocking. And we have to wake up tomorrow morning and start looking around our governor's mansions, start looking around the Senate, start looking at our message. Look, my colleagues have raised some very important issues tonight about why Democrats lost, and we need to do it tomorrow. We're sad and we're tired and we're surprised, but that work has to start, like, you know, in 3 hours when we all wake up for the next day, because, you know, he's not going to be on the ballot in 4 years, but we have to win it back.
Guy?
He did talk about a mandate. He's going to look at the Electoral College victory and quite possibly a popular vote victory and say this is a mandate. Now, what he does with that is very much an open question. There's going to be a lot on the plate almost immediately in 2025. He did at some point get back to the script during that speech, and he went through and name-checked the various elements of the extraordinary, diverse coalition that I was talking about before the speech. I think he was sending a message with that. He mentioned God sparing his life for a reason. Let's not forget this man was nearly shot dead on national television not long ago. And he also used the word realignment. I think that's true in terms of racial and ethnic groups in some ways, and socioeconomic groups, certainly. And at this hour, last I checked a moment ago, this is amazing, Donald Trump is leading by a larger margin in Florida than he is in New York. Who saw that coming?
Well, there's a lot on the to-do list when he gets there.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's easier to be the critic, but when you got to get in there and start legislating and getting things done, it's where the real rubber meets the road. And the country has some real issues that need attention.
And by the way, to clarify, the Florida margin is bigger than the New York margin.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
I was about to fact check you.
You just have to understand.
I thought maybe I was a
I got you.
It's a gotcha.
So listen, there's also on his to-do list ending the war in Ukraine. He's promised to do that. Ending the war in Israel. What to do about Iran. So a lot to talk about over the next 4 years.
Serious domestic and international issues. Panel, thank you very much for
all
of these hours with us. We much appreciate it.
We did 8 hours together.
Okay, that is it for us from Fox News election headquarters in New York. To recap, Fox News projects former President Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
Fox News also projects that Republicans have flipped control of the Senate, but it still remains a coin flip over in the House. And that is going to do it for our coverage this morning. Stick with Fox News for all of the election results in the days to come. And a reminder that I'll see you later on today, not too long from now, on America Reports, 1 o'clock Eastern on the Fox News channel.
You take a little nap.
Yes.
A power nap.
Sure.
And be sure to watch Fox News Sunday. I'll have full election analysis. Check your local listings. Thank you so much for watching with us tonight.
This has been a Fox News special presentation.
Bankruptcy.
It's because we make bankruptcy easy and understandable.
If you've got too many bills to pay and can't pay them,
Do like people all over the Mid-State are doing and call POTUS and POTUS.
we'll get you out of debt so you can start living again.
We're POTUS and POTUS. Give us a call today.
POTUS and POTUS, with offices in Nashville, Clarksville, and Franklin.
At the Tennessee Department of Correction, our employees change lives and brighten the future of others every single day. And we are proud to honor their work by giving them the opportunity to be their best.
With free tuition reimbursement, Tennessee Department of Correction employees can save money and earn their college degrees.
It is just one of many great benefits offered to TDOC employees. We also offer paid training, health insurance, retirement savings, and more. Visit our website today to see what a career at the Tennessee Department of Corrections can do for your future.
Installation day of the Morgans, and those old drafty windows are out, thanks to Window Nation.
Perfect fit with these pros.
Even the Joneses are noticing.
Hard not to notice such high quality at such an affordable price.
See how much you could save with a free estimate today.
Before severe weather happens, download the free Fox 17 Code Red weather app.
I feel like there's a hole in my heart.
A mother fighting for reunification with her children. Learn about her nightmare battle Wednesday at 9.
Welcome to 48 Hours. I'm Jonathan Vigliotti. It's a murder mystery with a colorful cast of characters. An Italian TV producer, a German con artist, a flamboyant English hotel owner, and his loyal son, determined to protect the family's interests. Someone would end up dead on a Miami beach. But as Erin Moriarty found out, the wrong man may be paying the price.
You want to go back to where your brother was found? Why?
Yes. I want to go to the beach because that is where it happened. If only the rocks could talk.
It's my understanding that your brother was actually found in the underbrush over here.
Dale Pike was found on a beach, Miami, naked, face down, dead. Shot twice in the back of the head. My name is Joe Tacopina. I'm a lawyer, former prosecutor, criminal defense attorney, who's one of the lawyers for Enrico Forte, an innocent man who's been wrongly convicted and has spent the last 20 years in jail.
Mr. Forte?
Yes.
Did you have anything to do with Dale Pike's death?
Absolutely nothing.
Did you ever, in your wildest dreams, ever think you'd end up in a place like this?
Never, never.
Enrico Forte, his nickname's Kiko, was a world-class windsurfer from Italy. He was a father. He was a husband.
There's no forensic evidence linking Kiko Forte to this crime. None whatsoever.
The victim in this case is Dale Pike, the son of Tony Pike, who owns a famous hotel in Ibiza, Spain.
You knew you were in this special place. So that attracted all different sorts of people, you know, whether it be Frank Zappa, Julio Iglesias, Wham, George Michael, and of course Freddie Mercury.
Did you know that your father was seriously entering into negotiations to sell the hotel to Enrico Forti?
Yes, it just didn't feel right. Dale wanted to go and see this guy face to face.
Dale Pike was going to Miami, and Enrico Forti was the one that was supposed to pick him up.
All I knew that my brother was going over there for